Alright, so I'm going to analyze your video and I'm going to do the best I can to help you. And we're going to start by going over the boxing curriculum. So this is freshman year, you're new at this, so we're going to do boxing muscles. You're going to see the body twist, the fighting range, the boxing stances or the basic stances, the boxing movement, the basic punches, and the basic defense. And throughout this analysis, I'm going to cover all of this. We're going to slightly touch on sophomore year, the clinch cross pivot, as well as southpaw versus orthodox. Now I can see that you're touching. It's kind of like a measuring, but it's a weak jab. And then you throw your straight with not much technique. And when you throw your jab, you're also missing a bit of the technique. Same with the uppercut. So we're going to cover the boxing muscles. Doing these twists are the core fundamental movement of boxing. How exactly do we do it? First, we'll explore the feet. You'll see when you do a normal squat, your muscles are not activating. But when you're prepared to jump, you start firing off all of the muscles needed to perform an explosive movement. Try to memorize the feeling you get when you're in this position and replicate it. Now, when you twist, you can feel pain in your patella tendon. And that's because you're not activating your quads. In order to stabilize the patella, you have to activate your quads. That way it's tracking properly. So when you do the twist and you feel pain in your patella tendon, make sure you're activating your quads. Pain on the side of your knee is caused due to your foot lifting up. Try to keep that foot down as much as possible. It's easier if you're in the same position as before, but make sure you are activating those muscles that are supporting the ankle. With your hips, you have to turn them as much as you can to the most extreme in both directions to make sure you're activating them. Get familiar with the butt squeeze. With the muscles in your feet, your calves, your quads, and your glutes all firing, you will notice that it doesn't matter if I'm leaning way over my knee or not. I'm still going to have balance and I can exert force from these positions. Those muscle groups in your legs have to be active and firing in order to prevent any damage in your legs. Now, when it comes to shoulder twists, your arms play a key role. Take note on how the function of the arm works. If you put them close to your face, you will naturally feel your elbows fan out. It's called the chicken wing. If you put your elbows in, you'll see your hands fan out. This also activates different muscles in the back and shoulder. Even though your hand might not be against your face, it's still in a good position to block any punches coming from the side. As you perform the twist, you are tucking that elbow tightly against your body. And what this does, not only are you protecting your body and your chin from any punches, you are storing power in your back and shoulder. So remember to try tucking that elbow tightly and firmly against your body as you twist. You will see your twisting technique will actually become more efficient because you're removing any wasted movement caused from your elbows flailing around. And this gives rest to the shoulder muscle that is active when you're pressing your hands against your face. The feet contribute some force to the punch. The hip contributes the most force. The shoulder contributes second most. Deltoid lifts contribute minor, whereas the triceps contribute third most. Same would apply if you're doing a hook using your biceps. The muscles in the hands, wrists, and forearms contribute a considerable amount of power and is very important in the delivery of a punch. So I need you to improve your punches in their technique. Next, we're going to go over fighting range. If your arm was 2 sections and you add an invisible third, that's long range. At 2/3, you're at mid-range. From the elbow extended, you're at close range. You can see how you can use your arm as a measuring stick. That's why some people call it the yardstick. Anything further than 1 step away is running away. Your boxing stance will change with the range. The stance that most boxing trainers teach is long range. However, mid-range is when you will raise into a high guard, as you are now entering range to be hit. This makes it easier to block and parry. At close range, you go into a full guard, as you now compress yourself against your opponent, blocking the head and the body at the same time. You could still block body punches from a high guard, and the lead hand is a bit extended, ready to use at long range. Your boxing stance will change with the range. Yes, defense is important, but this is boxing. The goal is ultimately to punch your opponent. So, your defense should be designed around how to punch your opponent, not just how to defend. That's why I think you should stop doing the Philly shell and do a high guard so you can start punching. In Muhammad Ali's autobiography, he talks about how he was made to do 200 punches non-stop. His trainer was named Fred Stoner, so I call this the Ali Stoner workout. 200 punches non-stop of each punch. If you want to drill the fundamentals and become an expert, it would take you roughly 4 months and a half to knock out 20,000 reps if you're able to do 200 non-stop of these for 5 days a week, 2 days off. Now this here shows me that you're just fighting kind of scared, and it's fine because you're new, but you really need to use your eyes, see the punches, and get familiar. You can't fight the whole time afraid of the guy's hand. You have to be focused on his head or the parts of his body that you want to attack and not looking at the floor. Here you should have done a slip pivot or step pivot instead of weaving under, because his hand is lower than his shoulders, so you go over, not under, which means vision and movement is next. You're going to have to understand how to have better boxing movement. Boxing movement at long range, directional steps, going forward, going backward, going side to side. You can do an L step. You can shuffle sideways. You can shuffle forward. You can shuffle backward. At mid-range, it's a series of pivots. You can do a step pivot off the front leg. You can do a step pivot off the rear leg. You can do a step pivot using the L step. You can do a shuffle pivot to get a full quarter turn on your opponent. My hands are up in mid-range. At close range with the full guard, I can do the rear pivots and I can do the gallops. That said, moving to your left would be the best option here. You can't stay stuck in a corner like this when you have an out and opening available to you. Now, you won't be able to see it because you love looking down, but you could have hit him with a hook on his chin. His chin is wide open, but you have to have good vision to see the openings, or at least understand how he fights and know that you can throw these punches when he's in certain positions. I don't know if you were taught this, but I'll tell you now. At southpaw, you want to position yourself to the outside of his lead foot, meaning to the right of his lead foot. Do not jab and enter on the inside. You're kind of cutting off the ring for yourself. You want to step on the other side. Each jab, you're taking a slight step to the right. That's how you position yourself properly to line up your left straight down the middle, which is the best punch you can do in this position. You get back into the corner and you cover up into a full guard. You need to be able to put your body against his, so even though you have limited vision, you can kind of know his position by the body contact. Now, a strong jab to his face would fend him a bit off, but also a right hook because you're positioned on the inside. To exit properly from this position, there's a sophomore move I will show you. I call it the clinch cross pivot.
When you want to get out, make sure you're whipping. Make sure you're grabbing and whipping, right? You whip. Or you can get that distance if you need it, and so you can get out.
Now, the biggest problem here is that you're not focused on hitting him in the face, which you should be. Instead, you're focused on touching his glove because you're more afraid of his fist than you are with attacking his face. Your jabs need to be towards his face, in his eyes, blinding him and setting him up for any other punch, and preventing him from just walking straight in on you. But because your offense is so weak, now you're relying on pure defense. And in this case, you always resort to the Philly shell, but then back to the high guard when it's ineffective. Basic defense: long range slip, mid range slips, close range slips, long range parries, Mid-range parries. Mid-range is high guard. Parry with the elbows. Close range parries. Long range weave. Mid-range weave. Close range weave. Long range pull. Mid-range pull. Close range pull. Long range shoulder roll. Close range shoulder roll. Long range blocks. Blocks to the head, blocks to the body, all from the long guard at long range. Mid-range blocks, blocks to the head, blocks to the body, all from the high guard at mid-range. In the full guard at close range, blocking head and body shots. Lastly, close range dips.
Today, I'm trying to tighten up his defense. And basically, I've been working with him on, you know, how to catch his punches and how he should never have to take his hands down from his face, because your elbows protect your body and your hands protect your face. And a lot of trainers don't teach that, but that's the basic way to teach. Come on now. You move your head, you're supposed to get hit like that. I see nobody been teaching you defense at it.
No, that's why I come to you.
Okay, but you don't need to come to me once a month. You need to come. You need to come and stay, stay for a while.
Correct.
See, look, the worst thing you can do is what you're doing right now. Look, see what you just did. Look. That's what I'm gonna do. As soon as you do that, because you only got one chance to protect yourself on that side, especially if I'm throwing this. Now look, you got no. Keep that hand down. Put that hand down. Now on this side, you got 3 chances if you protect yourself with the furthest hand. See, because now look, I can throw that, I can throw this, and I can throw this. You can catch them all on that one side. Here. Here. Nobody told you that?
No,
Oh shit, you ain't learned nothing then.
that's why I came to USA to learn.
Okay, put that hand down. Now here, Saint, put that one up. That's your defense on this side. You gotta catch it with this hand, because if you do that, if you do it like you did, reaching, you got one shot. Once you do this, I got you. So you go here, catch, here. Wow, what about over there?
I bet you know.
I'm joking over there. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to catch with that hand. Here. Keep that hand over there. This right here, bend your knees a little bit. Bend your knees. This, elbows. Elbows protect your body. Here. Bang. Bang. All you gotta do is turn a little bit. Bang. You never gotta take your hands from your face. Now, cause look, here.
Oh.
Now you protect it. As long as you catch on the right, as long as you catch on this side. Here.
I didn't know what happened, but I blocked it.
Yeah, you blocked it because you were doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
It's automatically right. Go. And you ain't never gotta take your hands from your face. This here, that's for your body. Elbow. Turn a little bit, that's all. Turn. Because your elbows are a weapon. Here. Now, if I go here, then here, go. Here. Outside. In.
This one, yeah.
In. Outside. Inside. Elbows. Outside. In. Catch. Relax. You'll see it coming. Here. Here. Now, if I do this, you might can't stop it. I'm gonna show you one punch that you probably won't be able to stop, no matter what you do. You ready? Wow.
This one?
Yeah, I think it hurt.
No.
Okay. You can do it. If you do it fast enough, go. Bang.
That was too much.
Once you get that defense a bit better, you'll be able to move through the ranges with more confidence instead of being as afraid as you are right now. Because you'll be able to use your eyes to see the punches and use the technique that you learned in the defense to defend against those punches. With all of that out of the way, we can now discuss tactics. Your tactic against a orthodox fighter should be to, again, step on the outside of his lead foot. You can enter through throwing the straight to the face or throwing the straight to the body. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of this on how to enter. See how you stepped on the outside? You can enter that way, and Andre Ward will show you the best way to do it. Now, if you've noticed, I actually mirrored a lot of these videos because I know that you're southpaw. These guys who are fighting are not southpaw except for Gervonta Davis.
Ward seems focused on the body early, has reached both instances.
Ward 10 punch by Dawson.
And Ward comes right back.
Ward.
And again. Earlier we watched Vitaly Klitschko, a master. Dropped late in the fight, got up and finished outboxing out of it. Well, there's been a lot of attention paid to the gaudy list of opponents that Ward beat in his 168-pound tournament. But as Dawson pointed out yesterday, I didn't just beat Thomas Adamek. I've got 2 wins. So far, Steve.
You can see how those tactics would help you in this scenario. Now that you know about your lead foot, you can't get it trapped like that. It has to be on the outside as you want to move, either to exit or to enter. This here is just basic stuff. This guy is leaping with his head straight open for any punch. I mean, really, the rest of the video, you can see all the openings on this guy, and you can kind of like visualize from everything that I've already included on what you could have done to improve. Stop looking down.
Huh? Did you guys open the ring? Yeah, they did the lights. I was going to say, if you guys want to do it, pues coach is not here.
Again, stop looking down. Of this analysis for this video is just to remind you the same thing. Stop looking down. If I had to count how many times in this video that you look down, I don't even want to count, but you keep doing it, and I'm gonna keep showing you. So you need to stop. That's just a taboo.
Very much as advertised.
Head in the game, tank in the game, because I see a little distract.
I think we detected watching that. Now he's talking to him.
With gold trim. Herman Mraz in October of 2014. Change and defense and
yeah, Virgil Hunter have clearly been a great partnership. What happens?
He thinks this is a fight where he is going Dean left in the second. Ever been down in their respective pro careers. Mario's doing a good job of keeping him at. Just wanting to see what Garcia brings to the table early.
2 of the last against lefties recently.
And of course, getting up, showing his.
And we kind of knew that Davis was going to start somewhat like this,
Is he looking down? I want you to pay attention to this.
Backing up, but definitely not.
All you'll be surprised to hear this, guys. Trademark left Davis, who has Floyd tonight. Mayweather, of course.
He is normally cautious in his starts, as we pointed out. He was going to try and be a little more aggressive.
And in that first,
Start off fast and make Tank Davis
for doing so.
They're warning to both.
Ducked underneath that left hook. What a shot!
Is what is called infighting. Chavez is regarded as one of the very best in the sport at it. Stages. And now Mayweather is reserved.
After that, Flurry, he's working here, not playing. Inside, ripping uppercuts, pushing Chavez back. to him, close to him, close to him.
I'll tell you, I talk about this all the time, but the way they're bent over, no.
And still Rosario with this is what happened when Rosario gets through. It's not causing much damage, but it is consistent uppercut. He needs to follow it with the right hand. Damage. There's the uppercut back at him. This type of... And again the uppercut. That was right up. You see, now Chavez using both hands now. Chavez, for some reason, is waiting. Crowd around the... Well, it has the makings of a fight that Anthony comes on. He retaliates. He doesn't let up to clear his head. Good shot. Devastating shot to the body. Those kind of punches. Another thing is clear. He's watching his man, but Chavez is coming out on top here. The way it is something of great importance inside. What's happened actually is that punches. Waiting for that one big shot. And there's a little swelling under the left eye. Once again, as Larry Merchant pointed out a little bit earlier.
Of the round two. And you have to believe that the body punches are taking their toll.
Those uppercuts. Look at right hand. Look at the beautiful shot.
En toda la extensión de la palabra. Es que no es un bulto. Y Julio César está apretando y aquí se va.
Castillo as game as they come. Chavez as talented as they come. And Mario is out on his feet, I think. No, he's hanging on. He's down he goes. Brutal beating has been absorbed by Castillo, and I don't know if he can continue. It's over.